Welcome back to Native Honor Hours. We took a little bit of time off, but we're starting our second season. My name is Ed.
Our second season.
Second season. My name is Ed. Let me get through with the promo first. My name is Ed Zendejas, and this is co-host
Cindy Krafka.
Now go
Thank
ahead.
you for joining in. I can't believe we're back. I can't believe they let us back in.
I don't think there was any doubt. You know, with the massive ratings that we got last season, our fans were just clamoring for more shows.
I was telling you earlier, when people say, yeah, I saw you on TV, I still don't know for a few minutes, what are you talking about?
You know, my response to people when they say, hey, I saw you on your TV show, and I was like, you must lead a pretty boring life.
I know, we're terribly sorry.
Yeah, so if you have to watch this to be entertained, no, we're all right.
Remember at the BIA conference, one of the guys from the BIA said, yeah, I laid down on my bed last night, turned on TV, and there you two were talking about something like washing dishes or just something like that.
Who knew? Who knew we'd be back for our second
famous.
season? Well, as we said, we're back and we're happy to be here. A lot of things have happened. You know, during our little hiatus, things that go on, I thought, man, that's a perfect knucklehead of the week. We should have a show. This is the ending of the
And do you remember any of them?
No, I forgot all of them now.
Me too.
I forgot all of them now.
I know. It's the pressure from the camera.
No, it's just we're just getting old and we don't remember that much anymore.
You know, I should start writing that stuff down because I do the same thing. This would be great for the show.
You don't know how to write stuff down.
I kept you organized for however many years. I was
and
your
that was
secretary.
many years ago. You've gone downhill quite a bit since then.
You taught me. You taught me working for you. I had to be organized.
Well, you know, actually there is a lot to talk about if we can just remember. You know what I want to start off with?
Share.
Big announcement.
Big announcement.
I thought perfect time to give a big announcement. You know, last time we kind of held off, but I thought, oh, what the heck, let's do it. Film festival. This coming year, our talent that we're bringing in. Should I say?
I'm not saying it, you say it.
I'll say it.
Just in case it doesn't work out.
If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But as of,
right now,
now, we are going to have as our special guest
Wes Studi.
Oh, come on, that was me. Wes Studi. You got that? Wes Studi.
It's big. It's big. He was on the Oscars.
I thought Graham Greene was big. He is big.
He is big.
You know, anytime you can get nominated for an Academy Award and all that.
Actually, I would say if you're looking at their entire careers, Graham Greene would be bigger, but Wes is hot now.
Hotter. I think he's hotter now. Mm-hmm. You know, he just coming off his Academy.
I can't wait when I meet him. I'm gonna say, Ed thinks you're hot.
Hotter. Anyway, he committed over the phone when we were at the powwow.
Yes.
Gary and I were up there, starting before the powwow started.
Gary who?
Gary Farmer, our brother Gary Farmer, who's sort of our
mascot.
Our advisor. He's our film festival consultant.
He's our powwow co-MC.
He's our co-MC.
And his band. Every time they come through, we find a place to have them play.
Anyway, we were at the MC table. We were getting ready to start. We were talking about film festival, and he said, "Who do you want?" And I said, "Wes Studi," because he just got done presenting at the Oscars.
Doing the Academy Awards.
And I said, Wes Studi, and he lives in Santa Fe, where Gary's from. And
I bet they're bros.
And Gary said, yeah, I'll call him up. He breaks out his phone. He said, I got him on the line. I'm like, all right. He said, yeah, Wes, we're going to have a film festival at UNO, and we'd like to have you come by if you got, it's in November. Goes, okay. Great, I'll let him know. Then he says, he's in.
I thought you had lost your mind. I really did. I thought, what? You came up, you said, well, we got Wes Studi for the film festival. I was like, yeah, right. You said, no, really, Gary just called him. I was like, yeah, right.
He did, and then afterwards he said, all right, well, we'll get in touch with you. Our people will get in touch with your people, that kind of thing. And he said, we need to announce this. This is big for powwow. And I said, I was the one that at the time said, nah, we better not.
You
And if
knew I would have a stroke
and
right
you
there.
remember at the powwow, Gary, he was like, yeah, we got sort of a big announcement, but we're going to hold off. I was like, no,
He wanted to make the announcement.
no, Gary, don't do that because not at the powwow.
And that's your job. You're Gary's handler.
And and Gary said no. He wasn't going to do it. So he said, but he's in. I said, all right.
Well, let's hope they remember, because our people have hopefully been in. When did we talk to them? Last week?
Last week, but
Contact should have been made, initiated.
according to Gary Farmer, our brother, he said everything's
Who's
a
our
go.
brother until Wes Studi doesn't come, then we're dumping
Then
him
who's
like
he?
yesterday's news.
Who is he? Gary who? No. But,
Where in the world is Gary Farmer?
Oh, we have a new we're going to do a new segment. We're going to call it "Where in Turtle Island is Gary Farmer?"
He's in British Columbia
What's
doing
the name
a
of that play he's doing?
You go ahead and say it. We have a problem. We're having a problem with the word.
The Drawer.
No, I don't think that's
The
it.
Drawer Boy.
Yes.
You know, the drawer.
I
like-
know.
like
Did you
Indian in the
ever
cupboard?
realize how hard that word
The
was?
Indian in the cupboards, it's Gary in the drawer. That's
You
where
know,
he's
I
at.
liked Indian in the cupboard.
But that's where he's at.
It's
He's
a Pulitzer
doing
winning prize. Didn't he? The play won it's a Pulitzer Prize
what kind
winning
of?
play. Pulitzer.
Pulitzer.
Pulitzer. I will slap you right here
All
on the
right.
air. But didn't he go up there for a zombie movie?
Oh yeah,
An Indian zombie movie.
It was. I guess it's an Indian zombie movie. He got. We almost didn't have him because there's
For
powwow because he got cast in an Indian zombie movie. I'm not gonna spoil the plot because okay, Gary, you're gonna play a zombie. I think he gets to kill zombies.
You know
but
what,
aren't
though?
zombies already
He
dead?
moved heaven and earth and flew in, did our powwow, and went back. They were doing reshoots or something, and he just told him he was out
Yeah, I think he did the movie.
because he had to powwow at the Great UNO.
But how do you kill a zombie? I thought a zombie's already dead.
No,
I thought
you
that
can
was the
kill
whole
zombies.
premise of a zombie.
There's a whole show called something about The Walking Dead or something where they show how to kill zombies.
I've never seen one episode of that.
All I know is if there's a zombie wave, I'm in the first wave to go because I'll see one pass out and it's over.
Yeah, you know what do they say? Make sure you're faster than I'm faster than you, so they'll eat you first.
I know. And you would do it too.
I would.
I know.
I'd be stepping
You
all
know
over you
what?
getting
I
out of the way.
couldn't help it. I would too. I'm a runner.
No, you're not.
I'm a runner.
No. You know what? I have to say I'm not a runner anymore. I'm sort of a slogger. You know,
No,
there's-
I meant I'm a runner
You know,
in the
there's
face
no,
of
there's
trouble.
jogging, and then you run slow, really slow. So I call it slogging.
You started slogging?
I basically just move my arms like I'm running. That's what
How many,
it is.
are you
I
still
just,
walking 4
I just
miles
go
a
like
day?
this, pretty much. Yeah.
Good for you.
That's how come my face is all. Well, it's greasy right now, but I get really dark over the summer.
Must be that Indian
And I
blood.
can show them. Should I show them my little
Please don't.
tan on
No,
my
let's
my
no.
sock
Don't
line?
show us your legs. Keep the
Okay.
legs. We
Because
love
if I
you,
did
but
that, I'd
none
have
of
to
you
show you my
Indian
toes.
men.
I mean,
no,
that'd be pretty.
no,
Not a pretty sight.
no.
All right, so where on Turtle Island is, that's our new segment.
We're
Where
on
on
Turtle-
Turtle Island is Gary Farmer?
In British Columbia.
British
How far
Columbia.
away from that is? Where is the Cayuga
no clue.
Reservation?
We can't even pronounce the name of the play.
Yet I can say Cayuga. Could our crack research assistant look up where the Cayuga Reservation is?
Onondaga. It's up there
Onondaga,
north of
yeah.
New York somewhere. Somewhere out there east by Canada.
Somewhere cold.
All right.
Where?
She's supposed to be quiet. She's a tech. She's
She's-
not supposed to
she-
say anything.
We need help.
Yeah, we do.
She is our producer.
All right, what else do we have going? We got big news with Wes, and I swear, I hope he. 'Cause otherwise, you're going to look bad because you said it first.
We'll blame Wes.
All right, well, shall we didn't announce who our graduates are. Should we give a shout out to our native graduate,
Cornelius.
Cornelius Levering?
Congratulations.
Good
You know,
job,
he was a
man.
great kid. I've known him since he was a junior in high school. He walked up to me on a school visit and said, I really want to go to college. And he's done everything we've asked of him. He's graduated and he's got a job.
Put up with you.
We've graduated a lot of really outstanding. Another graduate, Chrissy Channel.
Chrissy Channel. I thought we said that before.
No, our Chrissy.
Graduate. Oh, you know what? I think it was in doubt because he graduated in May. So
And we haven't done it.
he still had the last round of
When's the last time
finals.
we did a show?
What's
April?
that?
April? I don't even remember the last time we did a show.
But Chris Channel, he one of our own, graduated from Arizona State University Law School.
Now I don't have to count on you.
You know what?
Makes me feel safer.
I think he's staying in Arizona so he doesn't have to deal with you.
No, he'll come. For me, he'll come.
You know what's even harder than going to law school?
What?
Taking the bar.
Didn't John F. Kennedy Jr. take it like 4 or 5 times?
4 or 5 times. It's hard.
Well, it's over everything you've learned.
It's a comprehensive final over 3 years of law school. Now that's hard.
How long did you study for it?
You know, I was in panic mode because I thought I had a job where I didn't need to take the bar. And then the job fell through and I only had 6 weeks to study for it. And I was in full panic mode.
I bet.
I have never studied as hard and as intense as I did for the bar. Literally 12 to 15 hours a day, constant study. And not just messing around study. I mean, I was at it hard.
That had to be hard because how many kids did you have?
I had 6 kids. And the reason why I put so much effort into it is because if I didn't pass it, I wouldn't have any shot of getting a job.
Yeah.
And I had 6 kids, 6 mouths to feed, and failing wasn't an option. So I had to go up and hit it hard.
And you passed it on your first time?
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
She sounds so.
Very few
First
people.
time?
Yeah, very few people actually do it. So maybe it was good the way you did it. 6 intense weeks and.
Oh man, that was hard. It was
I can't
hard.
imagine remembering that now. Can you imagine doing it now?
No, I couldn't do it now. I can barely sit, look at Facebook for 5 minutes.
I know.
And your mind starts to wondering, I got to watch Family Feud.
Yeah.
Good answer, good answer. That's
I know.
That's as much as my attention span can hold right now.
I know. I'm going back to UNO. I will be a co-ed once again.
Well, good for you.
Yep.
That's good.
I'm going to
What are you going to do?
I'm going to get my tribal management and emergency services certificate.
She even said it right, man.
If I'm going to be enrolled in your program, I might as well learn how to say it.
All I have to say is that there's hope for everyone now. If she can do it.
I'm taking it from your daughter.
She's afraid to take me in class.
I've already taken you in class.
And she doesn't want to come back because she knows I'm.
No. I know more than you do already.
I know. But I'm glad you're making that commitment to do that. It'll be good for you. And it really is an inspiration. I hate to say this. It really is an inspiration to everyone because you know she's really old. And it shows you that you can do this no matter what your age or mental capacity is. You can do it.
And I bet I get an A.
You might.
I'm gonna.
There's a chance
I've already
for it.
decided.
Okay.
I couldn't do less in your class because you would never let me live it down. But by the time I have my certificate, I probably know as much as you do.
I doubt that.
I think I will.
No.
It's my goal.
No, you haven't
always.
been to those conferences where I'm sitting there smacking around them FEMA guys.
No, I'm always sitting outside and watching the food.
Yeah, but you need to come inside because man, it gets intense.
Well, now I'll be a co-ed.
Maybe you can contribute some
factual
tidbits of wisdom at
that
those
I just learned.
conferences.
It'll have to be stuff I just learned within the last 2 weeks because that's how long it'll stick.
All right. Well, you know what else is going on right now?
Share.
The World Cup of Lacrosse.
Right on.
You know, that soccer stuff that just went. I really don't care about that.
Well, it
But
was a major
lacrosse.
victory for natives on a very intense level.
Because our favorite team, our favorite lacrosse team, is the Iroquois Nationals, Iroquois Confederacy Nationals, and our favorite players on that team are my boys, the Thomson brothers.
Yes. And
Jeremy,
Heina,
Miles,
I
and
know
Lyle.
that's cool, but what's even cooler is they went to Israel using nothing but their tribal ID as identification. They didn't have to use passports. Israel recognized their status as members of a sovereign nation.
The Iroquois Haudenosaunee passports.
And then did you see how they welcomed them? The two teams each did kind of their own thing to each other.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I've been
Yeah.
watching that. That's why I enjoy the lacrosse more so than the soccer because one, they actually score points. Soccer, whoever gets to 1 generally wins. With lacrosse, it could, like today, I think the score was 14-6. And there's action and people beating each other up with their sticks. So
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong, isn't it the Iroquois creation story?
it is. It's the medicine game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it's so important to Native people. And I think they've done a great community service awareness, not just in Indian country, but throughout the world. Obviously, playing in the World Cup, and they're undefeated right now. They just won today. They beat the first game. They beat England. They just crushed them, and then they beat Australia the second game, and today they played Puerto Rico and beat them. I think it was 14-6.
Well, and you know, they're such nice guys. For being big players and pros and stuff, I see their posts and they're still all about, you kids can do it, you can do it. You know, they haven't risen above as some do.
Yeah, so we're rooting on the
Lacrosse
the Iroquois Nationals. Maybe next week we'll have an update. It always comes down to, well, historically the last couple of World Cup games, it's come down to the United States, Canada, and the Iroquois. Think about that.
I know.
This is an entire team just of tribal dudes, and they're competing against the United States, Canada, and as you know, the top teams in the world. It's incredible.
Lacrosse is in their DNA.
It is, and it's
so and
that's
it's nice
how come it's fun to watch.
Something to be proud of. It seems like lately it's harder and harder to find good things to be proud of. But for the natives, the lacrosse, that lacrosse team is big. That and a couple women making it, potentially a couple native women.
You know what else is cool about the Iroquois Nationals? They have the coolest mascot or logo. It's really cool. Maybe next week we'll put it up on the screen.
What is it?
It's sort of like, it looks sort of like a war bonnet, but it's an eagle, and it has a outline of a native guy.
Beakish nose.
So it's pretty cool. I think it's one of the coolest logos in sports.
How come we've never gotten T-shirts?
You know what? They don't sell them that much. I have one. I have an Iroquois Nationals Nike shirt that I overspent for, but
Oh, that had to kill you too.
it
didn't
did.
It?
I hate
knew it.
paying
I knew it.
actual
Yeah.
retail. I think I spent $60 on it.
My favorite.
And ordinarily,
Lifetime-
I don't spend more than $10 on one of those kind of shirts at Kohl's.
My favorite Lifetime story is you taking me out for my birthday lunch and making me use a coupon.
Yep.
At Burger King.
Burger King used my coupons on her.
I would love to be with you when you had to pay. You must have been very carried away by the moment.
I was like, order up. I got coupons. Go ahead.
I would have liked to.
But you better get that one right there. I got the 2 Whopper meal one here. You go ahead and get that one right there.
It's your birthday. I'll tell you what to order. We're having a coupon, but there
All
you
right.
go.
Well, we'll be rooting on the Iroquois Nationals, and we'll give an update. And I think it's over by the time next show we do. It'll be over, I think, and then I'm guessing they'll be anywhere from 3rd to 1st. If they can beat Canada. Canada's sort of been their nemesis over the last couple World Cups. They actually placed 3rd last World Cup. The United States was 2nd, Canada was 1st. But at the indoor games, World Indoor Games, you know, they came in 2nd and they beat the United States. So there's a chance. There's a good chance that they might.
Wouldn't that be exciting?
It would be.
When is the final game? If they make it to the champions, we should have some kind of party thing.
We should have sort of a little
Get together.
It's on ESPN. Is that they're our competitors? ESPN. No, not really.
Maybe they'll try and pick up our show after that stunning commentary we just did.
They might. They should
Hey.
have us in there for the.
Why not? The color, it's called. We would do the color.
They'll take one look at you and say, no thanks.
Remember, out of both of us, though, my dad had a sports TV show. Did yours?
He what?
My dad had a sports TV show. My dad had his own football TV show in Lincoln. So it kind of comes naturally for me, because he used to make us go and just sit there, and he wanted us to watch him adoringly while he did the show, and it was boring, because all they did was the Husker
I
game
wouldn't say
over.
come naturally to you.
See, naturally, yeah. I feel as if it's
No.
natural.
No.
I make you look good. and it's not easy.
All right, so we have, moving on, because you're going down some places we shouldn't be going. Let's see, Iroquois National, the women,
The women.
Native women.
I opened that up for you earlier, and you just talked
I
right
wasn't
over
done
me.
with my boys yet.
Well, how am I supposed to know when you're done? Is there a sign you can
When I
flash us?
say, let's move on.
Oh, let's move on. Well, thank
Come
you for
on.
clarifying that.
All right, well, we're several Native women are actually made it through the primary season.
Right on.
Paulette Jordan,
Yes?
she was the Democratic nominee for governor in Idaho, and her name's Deb Haaland, I think it's pronounced. She won the Democratic primary in New Mexico. We're in a district where historically whoever won the Democratic nomination, would win the primary. So there's a really good chance that we will see our first Native woman in
Well, the big money's going to be
Congress.
coming out against her down there. They're sending in the big guns to campaign
Well,
for
of course, but
whoever it is. But she speaks to the people. To the people that she was one of. And that's what she says. She says, I was a single mom. I did all this stuff. I worked hard. And that speaks to the people in her district.
well, hopefully after the election she'll be the first Native woman in
Right
Congress.
on. We're going to have a party for that.
Why? We don't even know her. We know the Thomson brothers.
So there's a woman there.
You can
There's
have
a
a party.
woman. I'll have a party.
We'll have a party. You can pay for it.
I'm in the circle of grandmas. All I have to do is say party, and the food just shows
the
up.
the other one is Paulette Jordan. She's really young. She's 32, 33 years old. That's really young.
Hey, it's time for the
Coming
young
from
ones.
us, that's really
You know
young.
what? No, it's time for the young ones to stand up. How old was Tom Hayden? From the 60s when he was in California. He was young. It's time for the young ones.
I thought you were
to take-
talking about the guy from The Godfather, Tom Hagen.
No, Tom Hayden.
Hayden.
Remember he was
Okay.
married to Jane Fonda? He was super, super young. It's time for the young ones to take over. Us oldies have really just kind of dropped the ball.
I think who's dropped the ball is us men. We don't run for it. We're afraid. All of these Native candidates have been women. Yeah,
Why don't you run?
too old.
You know what? You have no skeletons in your closet.
Oh yes, I do.
Oh, okay then. See, I have
We
15
all
or-
have skeletons in
I
our
know.
closet.
I don't want to see them on the front of the.
But after
News.
our president,
The
it
great
really doesn't
orange,
matter
the great
anymore.
orange father.
Anyway, back to
There was one
back-
thing I also wanted to say. When you're done, you go ahead and finish.
No, I was just going to say Paulette Jordan. I think it's going to be a little bit tougher for her to win because Idaho is such a red state, and just the bare numbers are it's going to be tough. The registered Republicans outnumber the registered Democrats by.
Well, what has to happen is the Democrats have to vote. The young people have to vote. As long as I'm a political scientist, we read the numbers all the time. White males over 50 are who votes. And as long as that continues and the young ones don't vote, nothing's going to change.
I'm not endorsing Democratic candidates per se because I'm not a Democrat. I consider myself to be an independent. I just want to see a different voice and perspective in politics.
It's time.
It's time. It is.
We've had, if you stop and think about it, except for Obama, in probably Sarah's lifetime even almost, it's been a Clinton or a Bush in the presidency.
Well,
It's time to switch it up.
I wish them well. It takes a lot of effort to go out and do that.
But in another really good news, one of the Circle of Grandmothers, Loretta Jordan, her son is Zahn McClarnon. Am I saying
he's
it right?
on.
He might be up for an Emmy for his work in the HBO series Westworld.
But he was also on Longmire,
Yes, yes.
so maybe we
Yes.
ought to have him in.
Well, we're planning it. We're planning on bringing him in.
Well, good.
Just to have him come to UNO.
Will he MC the powwow?
No.
We can't have two co-MCs.
This is my last powwow. It's you and Gary
It's not your
all
last
the
powwow.
way.
It's not your last one.
Yes, this will be my final year at UNO.
No.
I'm looking forward to new and exciting
She
things.
says that now. She's not going anywhere.
Yeah. I wish you would believe me because it's in writing, bro. Turned her in. Get my benefits package ready.
Not gonna happen.
You'll miss me when I'm gone. I'll still be
It's
teaching.
not gonna happen. She's
I'll
not
still
gonna
be
go anywhere.
teaching.
What?
I'll still be teaching. Hey, I'll have that Hotsy-Totsy Tribal Emergency Management Service.
She can't.
I mean,
She didn't even say that.
dang it, emergency
You just
management.
lost.
See, it's a bad name. I hate to tell you, but it's a
Alright.
bad name. I'll have my certificate. I'll probably go work for some big company.
You might.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do we have any knuckleheads of the week, of the last 3 months?
Actually, you know what? I hate to say it, but the political situation in America has kind of overtaken everything. Nothing seems to really look as bad. Nobody seems to be as big a knucklehead. But you know, there's always our old buddies, the Trans-Canada Pipeline.
Oh, that's right. You know, we ought to give a shout out to the, I think it's Cheyenne River Sioux chairman, because they said they're going to start construction on the Keystone Pipeline. Instead of a knucklehead, we'll do an Indian of the Week.
Okay.
And I think his name was Harold Frazier.
Yep.
Harold Frazier, and they notified the tribe, and he just one letter, one sentence, will be waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he said.
I know.
And to that he gets our Indian of the Week.
Oh,
and,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'll be looking forward to see what happens.
I will too. And you know, I've heard good things about him. I really have.
Well, looks like we're about ready to wrap up. And how's it feel to get back in the chairs again?
I like it.
Do
It's
you?
fun.
All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed the show. We'll start getting into a better groove as summertime. So we'll.
Oh, I hate
Hopefully
to be
we'll
around
be
when
better.
you get your groove back.
We'll work on her. Anyway, but we'll be looking for us on Facebook. We're hopefully going to try to promote our show a little
Native
better.
Honor Hours.
Native Honor Hour
Facebook.
on Facebook.
If you miss a show, you
See-
can get it.
See our mugs there. I think we're at Tuesday at 9:30. So be looking forward to us. We'll see you next week.